back, high school lacrosse fans, and this week we've got everything you need to prepare for the playoffs. We've got tons of video featuring the best teams. We've got the top 10 plays of the week, and we've got Lindsay Munoz reporting on the girls' side. Strider's sticking with PV, and the Chief has the actual results of the coaches' meeting to set the brackets. Yes, the seeds are sown, and we're going to set things up for the teams and fans so you can get out and watch the most exciting week of Southern Section lacrosse. So it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and so let's go. LaxRatz. Welcome back, high school lacrosse fans. As always, the Chief is there, Chopper here. We are in week 9 of this season, and we're getting real close to playoff time. Chief, anything last week we want to summarize real quick? What was going on?
Well, we got to see PV St. Margaret's, right? And PV played with them without their best player.
Right.
So if anyone can do it this year, I think it could be PV's year to win it all, win the CIF.
Okay, there was a Bay League tournament. PV swept through that,
yep, right? With ease.
Any other upsets or notable games?
Agoura's on an 8-game winning streak. Oaks Christian took it to Westlake, redeeming themselves.
All right, Chief, look, we've done all the prognosticating we can. Nostradamus has struck, Strider has struck, but finally the picks are in. The seeds have been sown, right? And why don't you take us through those, all right?
Yeah, well, bottom line is that you need gas in the tank. It's a long season. Teams have injuries, a couple kids maybe not academically eligible. Things happen in a season. So the team that has gas, the team that has depth, I'm excited to see what happens in playoffs. Who can make that final push?
All right, so the coaches have spoken. We're going to take you guys through the top 16 seeds now. Okay, Chief, let's get those seedings started off with number 16.
San Marcos. Out of Santa Barbara County, San Marcos has a great record with only 1 loss. However, due to location, some may say their schedule's a bit soft. Does it even matter? Playoffs will tell.
Let's take a look at the 15 seed.
West Ranch. The Wildcats have a very respectable record at 14-2, so they know they can win. However, they didn't play the most rigorous schedule, so will that affect them when they play every team who is a top team?
Chief, who do we have at 14?
St. Francis. St. Francis has the ability. They have a very good goalie, they ride really hard, and they have kids who can fill the net. They surprised Chaminade mid-year, but Chaminade got redemption of them at the end of the year. Can they play consistently and at the ability they are capable of?
The 13 seed is
Newbury Park. The Panthers sit right under 500. Nothing major stands out in their body of work. They play a very tough schedule, so they are battle tested, but do they have enough to get to the next level? Panthers do have 3 or 4 of the top guys in LA, but can the other guys step up?
Who was the coach's pick for the 12 seed?
Crespi. Can luck be with the Celts? If history is any indicator, Crespi will find some success in the playoffs. With one of the best players in LA taking charge and supporting cast who has gained experience against a super tough schedule, keep an eye on the Celtics moving forward. They seem to play the best lacrosse during playoffs.
Coming in at number 11.
Sierra Canyon. The Trailblazers are very nicked up after a long season. Not so much depth on this team, but young kids getting a lot of experience. Already a little shallow, will these young kids be able to have enough experience moving forward? They do have a great goalie, they can face off, they will be dangerous.
Here's the 10 seed.
St. John Bosco. Regardless of what happens in the season, Bosco had an amazing year with only 1 loss. Keep an eye on the Braves moving forward. I have them on an upset alert. They have the best face-off guy, which means they will have possessions. They're 6-on-6. If it's on, they win. If it's off, early exit.
The number 9 seed.
Chaminade. The Eagles are a tough team to figure out. They're below 500, but they played a super tough schedule. They had some great wins to start the year and some concerning losses in the middle of the year. At the end of the year, a huge win against a top team from San Diego. So maybe they're firing on all cylinders. They do have the talent. What team will show up?
All right, we're here to the top 8. Who's the 8 seed?
Oak Park. Oak Park is doing their thing. They're around 500. The games they're supposed to win, they won. The games that they were the underdogs in, they lost. Can they get one when they get to playoffs? Can they beat a team maybe they're not as talented as? We will see.
The number 7 seed is
Miracosta. Don't call Miracosta a dark horse. The Mustangs have solid wins over Sierra Canyon and Bosco. They've put up double digits in all but 2 of their games. They just got a midi back after he transferred in. I think he may be the difference. I'm calling one upset. It's the Mustangs.
coming in at number 6.
Westlake. Is Carson cool enough to propel the Warriors through the bracket? Westlake's faceoff kid will definitely give them extra possessions. What will they do with those possessions? Will the loss to Oaks Christian in the last team of the game, are they able to rally off it?
The number 5 seed coming here.
Agora. The Chargers have won their last 9 games in a row. Maybe it's 8 games. I think it's 9. The goal, playing your best across the end of the year. 9 in a row surely says that. The Chargers are talented and led by a senior in goal and a senior-heavy defense. Keep an eye on the Chargers.
All right, top 4 now. Here's the 4 seed.
Harvard Westlake. The Wolverines always seem to find themselves in a 3 spot. Is this their year they make the leap? I think senior leadership is very strong at Harvard Westlake, and they're just a goal shy in 2 games against the best teams. They have the ability. Will they get to the next level? We will see.
Next up, the 3 seed.
Oaks Christian. The Lions started the season red hot, going 9-0 before suffering their first setback against a talented Palos Verdes team. They have the poise on offense, athleticism on defense. They can make a run. A huge convincing win against Westlake for the last game of the season shows that they are for real. They can make the next level.
Chief, who we got at number 2?
Loyola. The Cubs have been up and down this year, but you can never count out the 2-time CAF champs. They have experience. They went back east. They played Garden City. They've seen the best of the best. Can they make it a three-peat?
And finally, the top seeded team for this year's playoffs.
Palos Verdes. Seeking Nation is the real deal. They have talent all over the field. Solid at the face-off, rooted in goal. If PV stays healthy, which is a question mark, they have the skill, the team chemistry. Maybe they can win it all.
All right, Chief, the playoffs are going to be huge. Can't wait to see them. But let's find out what's going on the girls' side, okay? Lindsay, take us through it.
Thanks, Chopper and Chief. This week, I'm going to be breaking down my thoughts on the top 16 teams in LA heading into playoffs. Now, the top 5, 6, even 10 are pretty consistent, but the bottom 6 are really where the tough decisions come in, and I'm going to be very interested to see what the seeding committee decides to put out there coming up this week. So, starting out with number 16, I have Kate School. Number 15, Downey. 14, Marlboro. 13, Palisades. 12, Miracosta. Number 11, Oaks Christian. 10, Oak Park. 9, West Ranch. Number 8, Agora. 7, Newberry Park. 6, Chaminade. 5, Crescenta Valley. Number 4, Glendale. 3, Palos Verdes. Number 2, Westlake. And number 1, Redondo. I think it's going to be a very exciting playoff season, as I mentioned before. There's a lot of great teams going into this top 16 right here, and it'll be very interesting within the top 4 who gets to the final game and who ends up on top. So hang on and make sure to catch the final game. Will be Wednesday, May 8th at Westlake High School. Hope to see you there. Hope we're there. But in any case, I'll be there watching. So see you soon. Thanks. Back to you, Chopper and Chief.
All right, Lindsay, thanks as always. And, of course, good luck for you and your squad as well, in addition to the teams that you're covering. Chief, my favorite part of the show, we get to look at some great plays, and the top 10 plays will not leave anybody disappointed this week. Let's get right to it. All right, coming in at number 10, we've got St. John's Bosco, and watch number 8. He's going to do his Walinda tightrope work there. And after that drama, Luke Steinfeld's going to run it, he's going to rip it, and he's going to relish it.
Ooh, looks like body by Jake.
Redondo girls, they're playing Foothill in a big matchup, LA Orange County, and we start with a face-off that's eventually controlled by Foothill. And watch Megan Jones run this one up and then just find the back of the cage.
It's a rip. Good shot, friend.
Then at number 8, we're back to the face-off dot. It's Westlake's Jacob Martin with the win. We've seen him take it to the cage a lot this year, but this time he finds the long pole Will Lyman, and watch the swoop on this shot. Shades of Don Quixote tilting at windmills. And Chief, I'm not sure that we're going to see 6 plays better than this one. Watch as Brentwood's Johnny Bond climbs the ladder to snatch this pass away. He takes it right back the other way. He gets past the last pole and then parks it in the compact spot. Show him some love.
Johnny on the spot doing his thing.
At number 6, back at the dot with Redondo and Foothill, the girls and the Knights have these face-offs down. Following the ground ball and the shake free, it's Ashley Stoke with the dodge, the shot, denied, but she gets it back and stays with it for the goal.
Boys, well done.
Number 5, it's PV and St. Mark's, and Chief, let's just listen to our call that day.
Get upfield, get downfield, change direction. Charbonneau, first time initiating.
Oh, the BTB! We were looking right over his shoulder, Chief. That was a thing of beauty. He lined him.
And at number 4, we're going to check out Culver City. Haven't seen that much of them before. They're in blue here, some crisp passing. They set up 31, will take it to the left, and then the sweet BTB. And Chief, that's just not fair to the goalie.
Finding space, creating the angle, BTB in the right time.
All right, let's stay with Culver City at number 3. And Chief, what do you do if someone grabs one of your arms?
One-handed. That's strong.
And that's number 13 for Culver City. At number 2, here comes some sick stick slick. Palisades number 12 finds 24, who steps away, looks away, and then flings away. Did he even see the cage on that one?
See me, Lyle Thompson.
At number 1 and winner of the Costa Rica package, let's watch PV's Brandon Clark with the clean pick. He's going to run it up the field. He's going to get it ahead to Burke Swan. And he's going to find the Frenchman Luc Charbonnier for the 360 and the goal.
That's chemistry.
All right, Chief, let's take a breath, step away, and let everybody watch a little bit more video. Hey, Chopper here to talk about watching Lax games while trying to photograph too. If you're doing both, you're probably getting poor quality photos and abiding gaps in trying to watch the game. So why not leave the photos to a professional like Todd Freshman Photography? Visit photos at LaxRatz.com and you can sit back and enjoy the game. All right, Chief, big week, first week of playoffs this week. Line us up, give us a couple dark horses, a couple faves. What do you got to say?
Right, I mean, it's PV's to lose or to win, however you want to look at it. You know, they took care of business during the season. Loyola just went back east against Garden City, as mentioned, so they played the best. They're believing. Harvard Westlake's only lost by 1 goal each game. They're believing. Oaks Christian has seen the best. They're believing. That's the top 4. I think they all believe they're going to win it all.
All right, Chief, we've talked about some top teams. What about some teams maybe further down the bracket that you think may make some noise?
Yeah, I think this year is interesting because a couple teams may make noise. I think if Maricosa has the right matchup, they can do some things. They're playing great lacrosse.
I'm going to throw one more factor in there. Our boy, Logan Solberg, got a half-page spread in the LA Times sports section this week. He's got the LA Times factor going for him. I think Crespi's going to pick their way and make some noise.
I mean, the luck of the Celts, you never know. Can't count against them.
All right, Chief, that's a wrap for this week and a solid one. Any other final thoughts you want to throw out there before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully we get to live stream the game, so that'd be great. And, stay tuned, watch us, support us, so we can support you.
And by all means, get out and watch these playoff games. You got the best teams and the best players out there this week. Go see a couple of games, right?
It'll be fun.
All right, for our executive producer, the long man in Costa Rica, for our in-town producer, Lisa, for Lindsay, who does such a great job on the girl side, and for the Chief, this is the Chopper saying stick around for some AAA plays, and we will see you next time.
win for St. Margaret's. And a goal. We are only 19 seconds in.
Going the other way. That's a good hard dodge. A shot and a goal. Slow it down a bit. Take your time. You have more time than you think there. Oh.
That's a shot and a goal. Let's see.
That's a save, Zach.
Sticks in the passing lanes once again. Neil Randall on that GB. Oh, huge ground ball. Landon Smith coming up huge. Zing firm.
And he did not make a mistake. You know what? We've talked about Swan, 4 goals.